Hey, what is up, guys? So I have actually discovered that not only am I a racist vegan, but I'm also white. For those of you who don't know the context of this extremely woke discovery, I made a video criticizing a TikToker named William Knight, who was on a large platform telling people that in order to raise your vibration, a good thing to do is literally pay for animals to be murdered, so long as they are not raised on a factory farm, but instead raised on a local, grass-fed kind of farm. And one of my commenters made this extremely woke comment, so I'm just gonna read it real quick. The comment said,
"Been a fan of your videos for a while, but why do you as a white man feel you can call him stupid/unenlightened? I agree with some of your points where you blatantly dog whistle that you're smarter than him, but a lot of this is offensive. Some of the ways you're criticizing this man seems to have some troubling undertones. Black people have enough issues to deal with than these insults coming from you, an admitted fence sitter when it comes to politics. I will be unsubscribing. Cheers."
Yo, did you hear about what Joe Rogan said about hunting elk? He was saying that it's okay to shoot elk in the heart who have families. Like, isn't that just so messed up? Oh my God, he said that? How can somebody advocate for the murder of animals like that? That is so messed up. Yo, did you hear about what William Knight said on the H3 podcast? He was saying that it's totally okay to kill animals who are raised on a local farm because it'll raise your vibration or something? What? There are some racist undertones in what you're saying. Racist undertones? No, dude, I'm just criticizing how he thinks it's okay to just stab a cow. You're a racist. My criticism has nothing to do with race. I think you're the one who's bringing up race. Ugh, I hate white people. I'm not even white. You're racist. Okay, please allow me to understand. I made a video criticizing William Knight and how he thinks that it's okay to stab happy animals to raise your vibration. My criticism had nothing to do with race, and then you bring up race and imply that I'm racist in saying that my criticism had racist undertones, and then you imply that I'm white as if that's a bad thing, even though I'm not even white, but I'm the racist one. Exactly. Stop being white and stop being racist. Yo, so did you hear about Miley Cyrus going on the Joe Rogan podcast and telling millions of people that it's totally okay to pay for innocent fish to be murdered for a nutrient that you can get from a supplement? What? You're a sexist. What? What do you mean? What you said had some sexist undertones in it. Women, as it is, already have enough to deal with. Stop with the sexism. God, I hate men. Dude, I'm criticizing how she literally pays for fish to be murdered to get a nutrient that she can get from a supplement. And so how am I sexist? Because you're criticizing a woman. So every woman should just be free from all criticism. You're also kind of being racist too. How? Because you're criticizing a woman of color? Isn't Miley Cyrus white? Oh, true, you're right, she is white. In that case, then she can go f herself. God, I just hate racism so much. So yeah, as demonstrated by the skits, this kind of reasoning is extremely fallacious. Some of you might be wondering why I even took the time to make this video if only one person commented it. Well, the truth is that I've seen this accusation not just in the vegan sphere, where somebody who is, a person of color or a minority group is making some sort of claims that aren't too reasonable, and then they get criticized for making those specific claims, and then the person who is making the criticism is accused of racism. And I mean, this is just so obvious, but when I made my criticism of William Knight, I was criticizing specific ideas that he put forward, not anything to do with his race. And also, I'm not even identifying as white. I know that the US Census Bureau says that Middle Eastern people are apparently white, but this is actually very much debated and disputed. And in places like the UK, Middle Eastern people are not considered white. I'll be honest, I don't even know how these things are determined, but it doesn't make much sense to me to consider someone who's Middle Eastern or Arab to be white. But I want to read some of your comments on my community post when I posted about this really reasonable comment, because it actually made me very proud to know that most of you really see the absurdity of his comment. And the reason it made me really proud is because one of the things I want to do on this platform is, have a community of very reasonable and logical vegans and push away the extremely unreasonable ones like the one who made this comment. But anyway, let's read some of your guys' responses that made me very happy. Just a side note, but I swear LVL isn't even white. Yep, very true. You cannot criticize a person if their skin color is darker. The irony here is that the guy who unsubscribed is being racist for making the claim that only certain races can be criticized. I mean, does vegan lifting logic even identify as white? Now the name is Lifting Vegan Logic, but anyway, yeah, and I don't identify as white. You should have told them they're being anti-Semitic criticizing your video. Yes, definitely. I mean, if I can't criticize a person who is black, who is claiming that it's okay to stab animals, then how could you possibly criticize a person like me, who is Jewish, without being anti-Semitic? Are they just looking for racism where it doesn't exist? I think this comment really captures the absurdity of this kind of view. I mean, I was making a video that had literally nothing to do with race, and somehow this person, with their frame of mind and the way they view the world, made it about race. And that is the irony
here.
Of all of this. I mean, like, this perspective of like looking and like micro scanning everything and trying to find instances of racism will put you in a situation where you're now accusing someone of racism when what they were doing had literally nothing to do with race. And what this does is it makes people not take seriously accusations of racism, especially the serious ones that are actually accurate. Interspecies said, seems more racist to imply black people are exempt from the same criticisms you offer toward non-black people just because they're black. Yeah, exactly. I'm black. This shit is patronizing. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it is. I would probably feel the same way. Yeah, guys, I mean, not much else to mention here. This was a very, easy thing to refute. And I just wanted to, make a little skit about it because I really love making skits, making fun of complete nonsense. The takeaway here is that I will criticize anybody who puts forward ideas that are in support of stabbing animals. Doesn't matter if they're part of a minority group. And those criticisms have literally nothing to do with the person's race. Speciesism is absurd. Sexism is absurd. Racism is absurd. All of these kinds of criticisms of people based on their group membership is ridiculous, and any of my criticisms towards a person is going to be based on their individual traits as opposed to their, affiliation with a particular group. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget, I'm white and I'm racist, and I'll see you in the next video.
Dude. Even vegans don't get your weird, stupid wannabe sense of irony here. Who is your audience? Nobody gets these dumb jokes. Dude, even vegans don't get your weird, stupid